Hello all. So first of all, happy New Year to everyone. So today I'm starting one new sessions on the interview preparations. So in this video, I will try to explain about SD1 interviews questions, right? So these questions are very im- much important if you are preparing for your SD1 interview, right? So whenever you are going for any interview, right, these important things I would like you to keep in mind that make sure that you are giving interview even for SD-WAN. Make sure that your SD-WAN, there are multiple SD-WAN available, right? So if you're going for any interview, so you have to tell your interviewer, right? Or make sure before attending the interview that you are going for Viptela SD-WAN interview, or you are going for Palo Alto SD-WAN interview, or you are going for Velo Cloud SD-WAN interview, or you are going for uh, let's say Miraki SD-WAN interview, or you are going for Juniper SD-WAN interview. So you have to give the interview, right? Don't go for Palo Alto SD-WAN if you are knowledge of Viptela, right? And then vice versa, right? So make sure that whatever interview you are going to attend, right? You should have knowledge of that SD-WAN, right? Don't go blindless in an interview, right? If the interview is of fellow cloud, and if you're going with Viptela, then you cannot make it into the interview, right? So make sure that you are choosing the right organization with right SD-WAN interview. Then only you will get selected, right? So today I will like to give you some important question of Cisco Viptela SD-WAN, right? So whenever any interview you are going to attend, right, and the interview is of Viptela, then this questions might help you in clearing the interview. As I have knowledge of around 17 years and mostly since last 7 to 8 years, I am working on SD-WAN. I have not worked on single SD-WAN. I have even worked and deployed multiple SD-WAN. So these questions might be helpful for you to clear the interview, right? So first questions. So first thing they will ask you in an interview that what is SD-WAN? First of all, what is SD-WAN, right? So SD-WAN is basically software defined WAN. Software defined WAN. So right now, in a software defined WAN, there are two important questions they will ask you. That is what is overlay and what is underlay, right? So the underlay, you have to tell them that the transport which we are using to build the tunnels, right? Those transport are called underlay, right? For example, MPLS in SD-WAN is underlay. Internet in SD-WAN are underlay. LTE in SD-WAN is underlay, right? Because in on the V edge router, on the V edge or C edge router, right? You will install, right, your circuit. Your circuit can be MPLS, it can be LTE, it can be your internet. These are the physical circuits, right? So these circuits are installed in VPN 0, right? And then we have to build, means this circuit, this SD-WAN will build automatic IPsec tunnel. So your overlay is your IPsec tunnel and your underlay will be your transport. So if anyone asks you what is underlay, what is overlay, so you have to tell them that underlay is the transport, whether we are using MPLS, Internet, LTE, these are the underlay, and the overlay is your IPsec tunnel that will be built from one side to another side. It depends whether you are going for hub and spoke or mesh. So this, so I will one more time. I will just clear this one for everyone so that you will not get confused. So the first question which I have told you, what is overlay and what is underlay? I hope this is clear to everyone, right? If you have any queries, right, do comment. I will try to make multiple videos, right, as per your queries, and I will upload on my channel. But make sure that you should know each and everything about overlay and underlay, right? The second is, what is the protocol used in Cisco Viptela? Protocol used in Cisco Viptela. Protocol used in Cisco Viptela, right? Let me make this more presentable. Just hold. Yeah. So protocol will be OMP. That is your overlay management protocol. Overlay management protocol. And that protocol will run on the SD-WAN fabric. Okay. Means on the SD-WAN side, you have the OMP protocol running. There is no BGP, OSPF, only OMP, right? And OMP will exchange the routes. So on the SD-WAN fabric, on the WAN side, the protocol which are used, you don't use any BGP, OSPF, EIGRP. You don't use any BGP, OSPF, EIGRP, HSRP, VRRP, right? So these protocols are used on the LAN side, on the service side, on the service side VPN, right? So on in a Viptela there is VPN 0, which we call transport VPN, and that is fixed, that cannot be changed. There is VPN 512, that is your called management VPN, and there is service VPN which range from VPN 1 to 511. So this is called service VPN. So there are three VPN: transport VPN, management VPN, and service VPN. So all the protocol, if you want to run BGP, right? So BGP, OSPF, EIGRP, or your layer 2 protocol will run from VH towards the switches, core switches, right? So on this side, this interface will be on VPN 1251, any VPN you can choose, and this is called service VPN. So on the WAN towards your vSmart, vBond, there is a protocol OMP, right? So from OMP, you have to distribute to your service VPN protocol and vice versa. So the protocol which are used in Viptela on the SD-WAN fabric is not your traditional routing protocol. That is your new protocol, that is OMP. And there are multiple things. Even I can prepare one video mainly on OMP. What is OMP, right? And in OMP, we have T-lock as well. So this is also important. What is T-lock? So that will be taken care in maybe next video. And the OMP AD value is 251. This is very important. So like in BGP, we have different attribute like weight, local preference, med, AS path, right? Similarly, we have feature of OMP as well. OMP, we can set the weight as well. Primary, secondary, all those things can be done in OMP as well, right? T-lock preference can be set. So OMP is a protocol which are used in your Viptela. Now the third questions, which is also very important, that how we can deploy your SD-WAN in Cisco Viptela. So there are three important things. Either you can deploy your Viptela on vEdge box, that is called Viptela hardware. So either you have to purchase hardware, right, on of Viptela. These are the physical box, right, and they have multiple series as well. It depends which series you want to buy, right? So vEdge boxes, these are physical box, and so you have to deploy Viptela on vEdge means your physical box, right? And then you have to choose the Viptela box as well as per the requirement, right? Just like a ASR, GSR, ISR, right? Uh, Small router, medium router, right? In same way, we have vEdge available. So as per the requirement, you have to choose vEdge, and that's why vEdge is your physical box. Now coming to cEdge, right? cEdge is basically your Cisco devices. So if you have the Cisco uh, uh, hardware available, and that is running traditional routing, so you can upgrade SD-WAN, means you need to upgrade the iOS, right, of these boxes, and then you can easily run your SD-WAN on the current box in itself. You don't have to purchase your VS device. Now the third is you can install it on VMware, uh, right? This is called not. This is not physical. This is your basically you have virtual image you can run, and then you can deploy your SD-WAN on the virtual image. And last but not the least, in the cloud also you can deploy your SD-WAN. So if anyone asks in the interview that you can deploy SD-WAN, how many version you can deploy, so you can say that okay, as per the requirement, we can deploy hardware, we can convert existing device into SD-WAN managed device by changing the iOS version. We can deploy on the virtual image, right? Just like whatever practical you do, right? In case of Palo Alto firewall or F5 firewall. So what you do, you normally install image on the VMware. Similarly, we install image on the VMware of the SD-WAN devices, and then you can easily deploy, right? And the last but not the least, on the cloud side also we can deploy, right? So these should be your answer, right? Now coming to the another questions of Viptela. So what is, they will ask you DIA, direct internet access. Okay, what is DIA? If anyone asks you what is DIA, direct internet access. So DIA means normally there are two terms. Let me explain both parts. Both are important, right? So these are the interview questions. That what is DIA and what is SSE? So let me write it down. That is Secure Service Edge. Secure Service Edge. So your vManage, sorry, not your vManage, your vEdge device. Okay. If on your vManage device, if your transport is internet, right? So there is a issue of security, right? So 99% you should have your SSC tunnel, right? Your SSC tunnel can be configured as GRE or IPsec. Okay. So GRE, you know very well that GRE is your plain text. So everything is visible. And IPsec is your encrypted traffic. So I will explain maybe in 5 minutes this two important thing for you through some example as well, right? So first of all, SSC. Let me explain SSC, right? So your SSC provider is your Palo Alto, that is your Prisma, your GScaler, your Cloud Umbrella, right? So what will happen if you have SSC? So on your vManage, not on your vManage, sorry, on your vEdge, right? You have to configure either GRE. I have seen GRE only, but you can configure IPsec as well. So on the VPN 0, you have public IP configure, right? One public IP will be on the GScaler, on the SSC side, either on Prisma or GScaler on Cloud Umbrella. So it all depends which provider you choose as per your requirement. So, so all the traffic coming from VPN 1 towards internet, towards internet will be routed to your SSC cloud. This is basically cloud security. And every security parameters, even your netting, your policy, your DLP, your IPS, your IDS are configured in the on the SSC side. So this is secured because you have not installed firewall. So what you are doing, you are forwarding your traffic from your VH to the SSC, right? So this is your SSC. So SSC means cloud security. So if anyone will ask you what is SSC, it means your traffic is not directly routed to the internet. It is going to the cloud security provider, and there they will do everything required for your security feature, security requirement as per the, because you have to pay them, right? So if you are going for Prisma, then they will ask you what is your requirement. So you have to tell them that I need DLP, I need IPS, I need IDS, I need I need whatever feature, right? I need let's say any security feature you need, right? DOS, DDoS. So all these feature I need to enable. So they will charge you and then they will give you the services. So SSC means your security features. I hope this will explains about SSC, right? So this demonstration explain about the SSC. So SSC is very important whenever you have internet circuit on any SD-WAN. This is not related to only your Viptela, right? Any SD-WAN, you should have your SSC enabled, right? Now coming back to another thing, which is very important. If anyone asks you what DIA, what is DIA, right? The concept will remain same even in case of any SD-WAN. The importance of SD-WAN will remain same. The importance of your SSC will remain same. So this answer is not for your Viptela interview. This answer is generic for any interview, right? This is not limited to your SD-WAN interview, especially for Viptela, right? Now, what is DIA? DIA is a direct internet access, right? Direct internet access. Now, some traffic some traffic are very important, sensitive to latency, right? So even if your traffic is going on SSC, so latency will be there, right? So maybe they have to encrypt the traffic, right? Then again they have to decrypt it because without encryption and decryption they cannot protect, right? So then the DLP is there, matting is there. So all the security parameters, IPS is there, IDS is there, right? Again, as per the requirement. So this will improve your security parameters, but they will add latency. Okay. So even for the voice part or the video part, right? This will have a major impact on the services. So DIA means the traffic which you want to route directly from your VH towards your internet, right? On the underlay side, right? So this part already I've explained. This is your SSC. So here NATing will happen on the SSC part. Let's for the DIA, NATing will happen on the VPN 0, right? And this will not go on the SSC part. They will directly route to the internet. So DIA means the services you want to route directly on the internet and which is not very much requirement of security features to be enabled. That is your DIA. That DIA means direct to internet, direct internet access. And mostly in any organization, your Teams traffic, Microsoft Teams traffic is routed directly to the internet. So on the Teams, on the VH, if you do so IP NAT translation, so IP NAT translation, so you will see your Teams traffic should be routed to your underlay, not overlay, means it will not go to the SSC. Now, in short, I can explain to you that how you can check, you can convince your interviewer that I have troubleshooted that part that the traffic is routing on the DIA. So simple Teams traffic voice port is 3479, for example. You have to check the voice port of the services and then so IP NAT translation, NAT translation. There are four things that will come. One is your inside local. This is important, right? Inside local, inside global, outside local, outside global, outside local, outside global, right? So you will see, let's say your LAN subnet is 192.168.1.1, right? The port is 1011, right? Inside global is your public IP on your VH, and that public IP, for example, is 1.1.1.1. Keep the port same, 1011. Outside local is your Teams IP. Teams IP start generally with 52 segment. Teams has multiple public IP. So I'm just taking one public IP. There are multiple public IP of Teams, right? One is 52. And you will see here this port 3479. And outside local will have the same IP and port. So if you see these ports, it means that your SD-WAN box is netting, and this is example of DIA. So this is the DIA. So I've explained what is DIA, what is SSC, right? Now, if anyone asks you that what are the component of Viptela, important component of Viptela. So the important component of Viptela is your vManage. Your vManage is basically is it manages all the devices in SD-WAN fabric, all the routers, right, is managed by vManage. vManage. If you want to post policies, apply template. So these are taken care by vManage in Viptela. Even you have to reload the router, check the health. Everything is done by vManage. Then there is a vSmart. I made a video on vSmart, so please check that video. vSmart is basically important for routing decisions. So I will not discuss in detail because already I have discussed multiple times, right? Then there is a vBond that authenticates, and once vBond authentication is done, your DTLS tunnel works on UDP, not on TCP. Will be tear down. Okay, it just do the authentication, and then there is a VH and CH. So this is my first series on interview questions. So if you comment and subscribe, like, then I will create multiple videos, and do comment and post your queries and forward this to your friend and colleagues who are interested for SD-WAN. So thank you and happy new year from my side. Bye.